Hey, so I appreciate you coming here on the Zoom. Obviously, we try to solve it on the calls and text, but we kept going. So I wanted to address it here on the Zoom. So here's the thing. Yes, there is a problem, but it's no one's fault, right? And I can see that. Okay, well, this is kind of like hard to understand. How is there is a problem, but there is really no one's fault, and I'll address it. It's basically really everyone did their work, right? The servicer, the title company, the escrow people, the transaction coordinator, the seller and buyer, all that. Basically it's all we're coordinated correctly. It's really no one's fault. It's just that the resulting, you just didn't like the resulting. Obviously, we all didn't like the resulting because now there is a problem with the resulting. But that doesn't mean that, someone, made a mistake. And there, everyone really did their work. Now, remember too, problems happen in every deal, right? Not in every deal, but it's not like something like, oh wow, there's a problem. We never seen that. There's always a problem going to be on the deals, right? So no one really is fault on this one. It's just that, as I said, the resulting you didn't like. Talking to you via text and via call is that let's not push the blame, right? Let's just not, because here's the thing, what I saw you doing is just like, okay, who dropped the ball? Who made that mistake? Who is the one who is basically responsible for? Well, guess what? Obviously, if no one is fault, no one's going to admit it because they all did their work, they all did their work. And so there is no really, no one's going to tell you, oh, it was my problem. For it, and that's why you're having hard time with the title company or with any other parties that we work with. This is not just like one time and done. This is something that we continue to do deals with, and we want to make sure that the relationships stay healthy with all parties. Even really the servicer, we reach out to them from time to time for other, let's say auction properties, and then we want to, basically coordinate well with them. So in case, we come across to work together, so we're not in bad terms with them. I really don't. I really reject that trying to look for who to blame with. But it's just not going to help anyway. You can. I mean. You call the title company, it was like, okay, well, the buyer obviously needs to send more money, or the seller should have be responsible for it, and now basically blaming all that. It just, again, no one, you can pick. I mean, if matter of fact, just you can pick whoever you want. For your case, you went ahead and picked the title company as the problem. But again, that's just not going to help the thing. It's just going to actually make it even worse. They're not going to help working with you on the solution. And that's what you have to focus on. That's what we were looking for, right? You want to work on basically on the solution for that problem. And keep away the blame for now, because when you start blaming, now you're really getting other people upset and not really being involved on solving that problem. Let's continue work on the solution. See, okay, who can help with that? We have basically short of fund there, and then we'll figure it out. It does happen. As I said, problems do happen, and this is why we want to show that, okay, how can we help it, and how can we coordinate with all parties so we're able to to solve that problem. And guess what? As I said, in every deal there's a problem, and when that problem show up again in the next deal, guess what? You would be the only person who is experienced on that, and you already done similar things to it, so now you already have a solution to it, or at least you have similar solution to it. or you put your focus into, finding the solution instead of putting your focus into, finding, who to blame. The main thing is just that the resulting that happened for this one, we didn't like the resulting. It was no one's fault. It was no one did wrong. Everyone did their work. It just, it just happened. The resulting. And again, we have solved bigger problem than this, and we will for sure solve this problem. We will learn from it, and then we will move on and having all parties in great relationship with. So I hope that kind of like clear that, because we just really wanted to push for it and have a solution for it.